Okay, so I am bad with Sagittarius um, Sun and Sagittarius, should I say, and Mars and Cancer. With this placement, look, I'm telling you, this is one of the most sensitive placements that there could be. Sagittarius Sun with any Mars water sign. It's like I'm saying, like sensitive with your approach. I kind of think in a way it's a good thing because it actually temper the temperament. It just like kind of the temperament. It tames down the Sagittarian just a little bit. So where you still have your vision and the process of getting to that vision, and you love your freedom, you're gonna think a little bit about more what you do and your actions than maybe a Sag Sun and Leo Mars, a Mars and Leo or whatever. And it's not really, I shouldn't say think, but it's a natural thing. You're naturally operating like this. Okay? So it's like you're taking other people's feelings into consideration, like by what you choose to do. So you may be like, man, you know what? I feel like running off and going to do A, B, or C because I want my freedom, and that's the Sagittarian way. But you may say, yeah, but my family is here. I got my kids to take care of. I got mouths to feed. My mother needs help. Whatever the case may be, or you may feel like your obligations to these people or to these things that you're working on or that you care about has a large say inside of your life. And the thing about it is, you are very compassionate. Like, you're very compassionate and you are very passionate. And like, wow, if you take your Sagittarius Sun energy and you got that Mars there, like, I'm telling you, you got the capacity to get so much done and like have so much success in your life. And you got to determine what that success is, like what success looks like to you and for you. And the reason why I say it, like, you got that vision there to see, far and wide, but you also have your that ability to move straight and narrow. And it's like you got everything, things just cornered. You can do this with people too. Like with people you're involved with, if they try to get away from you, or even if they try to come up with a reason, it's like you got them cornered. It's like, man, how could I? Like, this person is motivational to me. They take care of me. They understand how I feel. Like, you have the potential to really help and motivate people because you can see how somebody feels, and according to how they feel, or you can see the position that they're in. You are able to take care of their needs in a way that most others may not. And I mean, I'm saying, like, you will stay on top of what that looks like. You stay on top of what that looks like. And then when you do things, you like to be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? And you like, you can react sensitively if, like, you feel like it's somewhere that you're stuck emotionally or something that you're trying to do. And it's like, you don't really know what to do. Because you get caught in a moment of your feelings and like, oh my God, I don't know if this is the right thing or that's the right thing. Like, what should I do? And you know how you might want to feel supportive. If somebody reacts to you in a certain kind of way, it can be sensitive for you. It can be sensitive for you. And like really hurt your feelings. I'm talking to the point of where you don't even want to deal with the person again. Like, talk to the person again. There's a lot of things that you don't want to see though. There's a lot of things that you don't want to see and you don't want to hear about, especially if you feel like it's raining on your parade or it's taken away from your positivity or your optimism. It's kind of like, well, that's just better left unsaid. But I understand that sometimes that, yeah, certain things are better left unsaid, but then there's other times when certain things need to really be looked at and put into question, and a lot of reasons why you don't like to put certain things into question is because you don't like people to really question you, and you feel like it's your right. You have the freedom to do so, but at the same time, it's like, and you're able to look in that mirror and say, that means you got the freedom as well. Therefore, let's kind of try to move past certain things. But it's like you have a general understanding of how to really get where it is that you need to go. It's like I said, like a lot of times cancers, they get stuck from the fact that, there's a lot of things that they don't really take into account. They just go straight for what they want. Now, yeah, they get far, but at the same time, when they get to a certain point, it can be hard for them to go past that. Like when they get to that point, that brick wall, to where it's like, okay, either you go left or right. They're kind of like, man, but I'm trying to go straight forward. For you, you can go straight forward, but then you can stop and see left to right. You know what I'm saying? And see that. And then say, okay, you know what? Scratch that. We're not going for it right now. Let's go to the left. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down. Let's go up. Let's go to the right. There's other directions that you can go in. That's what you can tell yourself. The thing about it is, this is the thing. You have the capability to build solid connections. Like, even if you don't feel solid within yourself, you can build those connections and those foundations with others, because they're going to feel like, in return, like they owe you. They're there for you too. So just as much as you could be there for your family, like I'm telling you, when it all falls down and all said and done, I'm pretty sure your family's going to be there for you, or like somebody that you're really extremely close to. Okay, so it's like you have that ability to kind of fall sometimes and fail at things that you try, but still you're caught by, the fact that you put so much energy and time and care into people that matter to you. Okay, without hesitation. Sometimes though, you could feel like I said, these people are there even if you don't feel like it. Because sometimes though, you could feel like, people are either extremely dependent on you or you're kind of dependent on them. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, y'all are here, but at the same time, I just want to make things for myself though. I want to be able to make things for myself. Y'all benefit off of it, but I want to get to the point of where I have all of that at my expense. And then the thing about it is, for y'all, when you feel like it's something that you can't really do or it's hard to pursue, and things of that nature, it gets more and more complicated. You can feel like, man, I don't have everything I need. I don't have everything I need. How am I going to be able to pull this off? And this is where you stop and you just really realize things, and you take it in, and you see the beauty even in some of the negativity or some of the things negatively that happen to you. You don't have to respond or react to them negatively, but you can see like what they taught you and allow them to let you grow. And like, because sometimes you could tend to, like I said, not really pursue something if you feel like, people are not on board. You kind of try to fill out other people as well. But this is saying, no, you got to kind of just do things that's true for you. And of course you got your way that you ease through things, because you're sensitive, and like that sensitivity can help you out a lot, but you gotta let it, you use that to your advantage, to build whatever you want. And some of you guys do want to have or need that support where you feel like you need it from your husband or significant other, or somebody that could lay that foundation or have that foundation for whenever you go out and you try things, you have somebody to come back to, because you're going to want to experience. You're going to want to experience, you know what I'm saying? And then this could be, I kind of feel like the ego on this particular Sagittarius placement is not as high as the usual ego that Sagittarius have. Ego is not negative, like I said. You got to know what the energy is. All the fire signs have their egotistical moments. All of us as human beings need our egotistical moments, but we just need it in a way that they don't just throw us over the edge. And your Mars and Cancers can temper a lot of that down because of the fact that, you're able to understand the movements of other people a lot of times. And judging by their movement a lot of times, you kind of like measure it against yourself. And I'm saying that while that's a good thing, you got to be careful for that at the same time. And you really, it's not really the time to fold when you feel like you don't have people supporting you. Like if you don't feel like, okay, well, my family is not supporting me like I want, or my wife is not supporting me like I want, or my husband just don't see my vision. It ain't the time to fold. Sometimes it's time for you to stand up and say, you know what? I won't necessarily put the responsibility on you to get me there. I'm going to utilize what's in my surroundings to get me there, And what I like about this placement is you're able to, what makes you more successful a lot of times with this placement is because you're able to enjoy the process. Like, your vision doesn't completely take over you to the point of where you can't enjoy the process. And you have creative ways, very creative ways about getting to where it is that you're trying to go. Also, you're very sentimental, like I said. Like, you could be extremely passionate and romantic. So you could be like, you know what? Hey, let me lay out some nice rose petals on a bed, you know, or lead it all the way up into the room, or let me show you how much I care because I remember the things that you like. And you can take the time out to show and demonstrate that as well. And you can attract people in that do this for you, you know, to where you kind of sometimes try to escape and get your freedom, but you have people that's attached along to you to the point of where you're like, man, like, I can't get away from these people, whether it's a lover, whether it's family members, you know. So it could go vice versa. But all in all, when everything is said and done, this could be a very sensitive placement, but that puts their passion for the people that they care about before their very own. Okay? So remember, work through your emotions, because your emotions can like limit you sometimes. You know, work through your emotions, see what it is, and don't be afraid to see what it is, even if you feel like those emotions are coming from a negative place. You got to be willing to go there, and you got to be willing to see why. All right? So this has been Sun and Sagittarius, Mars and Cancer. It's me, Butterfly to Light. Peace.